Hello.
Hi.
Harder. There you go. Harder. There you go. This guy.
Novel Taku, the online platform for readers and authors. Hello everyone, my name is Jesus Gonzalez, the CEO of Novel Taku.
My name is Madison, I'm the vice CEO. Novel Taku will be an online platform that will house reading content from a wide variety of genres, such as romance, fantasy, action, adventure, etc. Our content will be provided by the authors of Novel Taku that publish their work for others to read and see. Novel Taku was made for graphic novels, but other types of publishing is also allowed as long as it includes some form of writing. So, in that case, books, manga, and comics are allowed. Since anyone's able to publish their books and have it read by others.
For many of you in the room, you might know someone who is an avid reader, or maybe you yourself might be one. And you're someone who would like to read some high quality reading content. And you might even know a writer. And again, you might even be a writer yourself who wants to be recognized for their work and to receive feedback on that work in order to improve your writing skills.
According to the book business, an estimated 62.4 million people in the United States are avid book readers. Those 18 and older who spend 5 or more hours each week reading. Another study conducted by the Jenkins Group said that 80% of the population wants to publish and write their own books, but sadly only 0.1% of people actually accomplish this.
We launched Novel Taku to provide readers and authors a way they can do what they love and want. Authors will be able to publish their creative writing onto our platform and have it read by users. Authors will be able to make a profit off the success of their book, which will be based on an algorithm of the number of visits they receive, the number of subscribers, and the length of time someone reads a chapter, which is all taken into account. And this is how the platform will look like. Oh, and readers who enjoy the author's work will be able to give the authors anti coins, a currency available on the platform.
Not only will users be able to gift antique coins, they can unlock chapters and go to and use events. There are 4 ways to receive NFT coins that includes daily check-ins, events, leveling up, and lastly, online purchases, and along with memberships that they can choose to buy if they wish. The lowest purchase they can do is 10 for $2, and the highest being 180 plus 55 for $50.
On the platform, we're going to have 2 memberships available: the free plan and the extended plan. On the free plan, users won't be restricted in any way. They will still be able to upload content and read content as long as they have anti coins to pay for it. Users on the free plan will receive 20 anti coins and will be able to adjust display background, page layout, and font sizes. The extended plan will cost $10 each month. Users will get 50 anti coins all at once while receiving 25 anti coins each month via through check-ins. Not only that, but they will also receive early chapter access, distinctive profile frames, and better deals. We don't expect to be very large in our first year, but we estimate to have But we estimate to have users purchase our memberships each month, which will round us up to 30,996 with a revenue of $309,650 if they were to purchase our membership each month. Yeah. The revenue and membership value increases by 2.3 every year. So in year 2, 31,721 membership will be bought, and the income being 316,896. In the third year, it will also increase by 2.3. We don't expect to be very large in our first year, but we estimate to have more than 39 million potential customers in the US. And if they were to purchase our membership each month, we'll have a revenue of $4 billion. But since we want to start small and expand, we'll be focusing on California. And so we'll have 4 million potential customers with a revenue of $242 million, with our market share being less than $309,000. To interest these potential customers, we'll be using social media accounts such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as our platform, which will include a forum. So users will be able to interact with one another and ask questions. We'll be running 2 ads for 2 weeks. We will be investing $600 in each of them. And so we're gonna have 2 ads, one for the readers and one for the authors. These ads will take users to 2 landing pages, just like the ad. Just like the ads, there will be one for the readers and one for the authors. The landing pages will include a description of who we are, what the platform will be, features that will be available to them, a video of the platform which will show how it will function and how it will look like, and a register form. We will measure our success if our idea is viable if 23% of those who visit our platform will register an account and purchase one of our memberships. And this is how our landing page will look like. We expect the landing page to be ready within the next month or so. Our setup cost to get the platform up and running will be a total of $5,100, which includes the administrative cost and development cost. Our selling, general, and administrative cost will be a total of $46,185 in the first year, which includes management cost, which is $10,000, bug fixes and market relevance, $12,000, marketing cost, $21,585, and the rest is salary consulting fees, which is $5,000.
This is how our platform will look on tablet, computer, and the phone.
Our competitors are Webpad, WebNovel, and Tapas. Just like our platform, our competitors allow users to upload the creative writing and have it read by users. Yeah. In comparison to them, what makes us unique is that we're going to have a suggestion board where readers may provide criticism and feedback on how the authors might improve their work and writing skills, as well as being able to continue the author's work if they were to discontinue publishing their content on our platform. Our key metrics will be the number of followers on social media, the number of registered accounts on our platform, and the number of bot memberships. We are now talking the online platform for readers and authors. Marvel at the novels. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So at the beginning, when you start your pitch, you have those first 30 seconds to grab my attention, right? So I didn't even fully understand your unique value proposition until like 2 slides ago, right? Because later in the presentation, you talked about how anyone can go up there and publish, right? So your problem is that a lot of people out there have this ability to write and they can't get published because there's what 0.1% or whatever it was that you said actually get published.
Yeah.
So I really think you guys need to hone in on that.
Yep.
To start your pitch. So then I'm like, oh, okay, I know what problem you're solving. Because at the beginning it was just like, hi, we're Novel Taku and we do XYZ. That's great, but what problem are you solving and why do I care? Right? So make sure that you take that, your unique value proposition that you just talked about right now, that people can give feedback on writing or whatever, and the fact that you get published. Somebody can go online and read your writing. So somehow in there, you need to work that into a story or something in the beginning of your pitch, so that we know, okay, this is what makes you different, right? Because as you said, there's these other apps that already do that. People can go online and publish their writing. And then one of the questions I had was, what kind of checks do you have so that the writing that is uploaded is appropriate for the person who's reading it? Does that make sense?
No.
So say for example, I have my 15-year-old, son or daughter that want to go on Novel Taku and read short stories or comics or whatever. How are you going to make sure that the content that's being uploaded is age appropriate for my son or my daughter?
All right. So much similar to Google. Users will create an account by giving us their email and age, and once you do that, it just flushes out.
It flushes out.
Flushes out the inappropriate genres or content, depending on the age group.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
Yeah.
if I have a 15-year-old sign up, it's going to automatically take out any content that's for 18 and above.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, and then I had a question about your pricing strategy. Can you go back to that slide? Okay, here. So the free membership. You have free and then you have $10. $10 a month. I'm just wondering, how are you going to make money off of this? Because if I'm someone who signs up for your free membership, I can upload content, I can read content. Why do I want to pay $10 a month just to have like early chapter access? Does that make sense? I think that your free membership, there should be some kind of constraints in there that would make me want to move up to the paid membership. So if I'm already able to upload and read on the free one, why am I going to pay the $10 a month?
Well, we got our revenue from the authors and their work, and the membership specifically focuses on readers who want to read the content that authors publish.
I see.
And if we just restrain the authors, that doesn't help us at all to the extent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your membership is just for readers, not necessarily for writers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think that's all I have. Thank you.
So, if it's just for readers, what are they uploading?
The authors?
No, if the subscriptions are just for the readers, right?
Yeah.
What are they uploading?
They're not uploading anything.
So I can just be a writer and upload anything I want.
Not necessarily. We will have restraints.
Well, yeah, you're not gonna. It goes back to the things that are appropriate and stuff.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, if I'm a writer and I'm trying to get something published, and if I love writing, I will pay $10 a month to get my writings out there. So I'd make it free for the readers just to read. But if people want to put things on there, then they would pay $10 a month to get their writings published, because they would do that. I wouldn't switch it around, because I think you should flip them.
Yeah.
To make it, it's hard to get things published, and if there's a way to get things published in an easy manner, I can do it from home. I don't have to go to like publish companies and pay all the other fees, and they would do that. So I would flip that aspect of it. Then I also had a question about the making sure things are appropriate and not, pornographic, things like that. So it's appropriate for all users, because I could be a 16-year-old kid and just put that I'm 18, and then I got all this stuff. So I think, and what's being on there, there has to be some monitoring of what is being almost like reviewed beforehand. And then I would just be careful. I think I like the interaction of like the feedback component. I would just be wary, because people can be really mean online, and they could say things and that aren't true, or just kind of almost become like bullies if they don't like this certain genre, and almost become like cyberbullying in your platform. I don't think you want that, so I'd be kind of careful of that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also because you're allowing them to provide feedback, so I'm a writer, I'm getting feedback, I shouldn't get that for free, right? Like, that's why the writer should be paying, because I'm getting a service given to me, and you're not even charging me for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So think about that.
Getting free publication and free service, yeah. And then the last thing, as was mentioned, just get a hook. Talk about, and I'd focus really on, I think the essence and what's going to really get that, especially if you switch the cost structure, is those people who want to write and want to be heard and want their things read, to talk about how you are a very affordable, low-cost publishing platform that can be essentially worldwide, depending on where you're at.
Do you know what those other software companies charge? The ones that you mentioned, your competitors? Yeah.
iPad.
Do you know what they charge?
I believe it was around 15 to 30.
15 to what?
30.
A month?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot more. Okay.
That's all I got.
Just out of curiosity, would you buy this app as a consumer?
The consumer, most likely.
Would you use it? Would you use it? Yeah, I could tell. You know why I could tell? Because of the logo. You guys like anime, huh? Yeah, it's totally cool. Be a little bit cautious of that. I love the anime design. I think it's a nice design. It's definitely a niche, right? So I think that you need to find what that niche is going to be for you and do that. I love the points idea. I think clarifying and making it more useful would be good. I listen to books all the time. I'm listening to 3 books literally right now. It's crazy. And that'd be fantastic if I could actually share some of the books I'm listening to some of my friends, because I'm listening to these books with friends, and have that point idea that you guys have would just engage me more with your app versus the other apps. And I think this is a market. The wording I put on here, sorry, I have to give these dumb glasses. I'm so sorry, I feel, is a market disruptor. Because if you were to go to like Amazon, who has Audible, and there's Auto Books, there are 2 different apps that I go to now to buy books, to listen to books. Those are the 2 apps. I've never even heard of those other apps. Those are the only 2 apps that I use. And I just purchase through Amazon. I buy the book, and then I can listen to the author reading me the book, right? And we share those with my friends all the time. I'm always sharing books through there. So I love that idea, and I really think you can capture people from that idea. I think this could lean even into making, like I said, a market disruptor, right? I mean, how did Amazon get started? With this idea of how to bring books to the public through using the internet. I mean, you can read his story. It's phenomenal if you don't know it. I wasn't sure exactly until the very end, again, just from my perspective, like what the problem is that you're solving. The cautious you would want to, I get the idea from what I heard you saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that other publications are costly, so you're creating a solution for that demographic, where it's hard to get published.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would question why it's hard. And that would be my question. What you don't want to fall yourself in a trap is be in a platform where I could go get reviews for free and then bring it to a publisher who's going to pay to get the book. You know, he's going to buy the book from me, and I have all these reviews that are for free. So you just want to be careful of that stuff like that. I mean, you think about it like, why would you want to publish your book here and then go to the other website? Why would I publish my book there? What are their benefits? What is the benefits of publishing at all of those different websites that you showed, your competitors, and then see where you can be different within those? And I, because I don't know if they offer points. Again, I've never heard of any of those three, so I'm not familiar with them. But I would, I like the idea. And I love it because you guys would actually like participate with it. And I know public speaking is not easy, and you're doing this with a group of people that weren't in here for anybody else. So bravo to you guys for handling that. So thank you, good job. Overall, definitely good job. A lot of space to go. There's a book I just read called Blue Ocean. And if you're really wanting to dive into this and you guys are smart enough to do it, I would buy that book. I would listen to that book however you need to. It's called Blue Ocean. And you're basically creating a blue ocean within a space that already exists. So it's unique, it's a niche, and you could just go after the anime sector, right? Because that's what your logo's saying, and there's a lot of anime. I mean, don't understand it, don't know that I want to understand it. My daughter's all about it. Some days it scares the crap out of me, some days I don't even think about it. So there's a niche there. And so just, you might want to find yourself going down that trail too. And don't be scared of it, because there's enough market there for the worldwide for you guys to do fairly well. That's all. Thank you very much. Good job.
I think I'm probably in a unique position because we actually publish books. We have 5 books published currently. 4 of them just released on Amazon this week. And most of them focus on education, and the other one is teaching how to do professional networking. We publish on Amazon, we publish on Etsy. Those platforms are free for us as authors and publishers. They just want a cut of the sale. So it's okay to have a free model. I do think I agree with Ms. Rodriguez that you actually have 2 target audiences, not just for readers. You have readers and authors. And for the free model, I think you shouldn't be able to upload. You should just take that off. For free, you shouldn't be able to upload. There should probably be a fee to upload. Or if you let them upload for free, maybe you get a bigger cut of the sale. And that's how it works for us. We publish our books for free. They're out there for free. They market us for free. They just get a cut of the sale. I think your whole presentation is really good. I think your stats were good. You showed big numbers. You showed sources. You could quantify where they were from. You presented the stats really well. I think go to the net income slide. I think you have an error on the income slide. The bar, that one. I guess I'm confused here. So you have net income. You're trying to define 2 things in one bar: net income and net loss. It has to be one or the other. I don't think that one bar can represent net income and net loss. So we need to know what that is. Is that last bar an income or a loss bar?
The total on the far left.
Yeah, but that's this tiny number.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that on the tiny number. So I think you need to go back and look at your numbers a little bit to define or redefine that last column as probably net income or net loss. I'm thinking you're saying net income.
It's income, yeah.
Yeah, so you might want to change that heading or
Take off loss.
or define what that is, because that's you're saying it's both, and it can't be.
Yeah.
It can't be positive and negative at the same time. All right, so just kind of clarify that one. I think your business is perfect for the demographic you're going for. It's graphic novelists and anime. I think that's who your target audience is going to be in the beginning. You're not how-to books, you're not self-help books, you're not any of that stuff. It's mostly graphics and text. I think that's who your initial target audience is going to be. I think that even your name, Novel Taku, represents that you're all about anime and graphics. So I think you're in the right space. Your colors are in the right space. Go back to your sample website. No, your sample app. Your sample app that's on mobile, desktop, whatever. You didn't really show that long enough. I think you probably could have walked us through an animated live demo. You just kind of went through that really fast, because this is where the money's being made, and you might have wanted to show us a little bit more right here. So later you want to focus on showing more. I think your landing page was good. We didn't get to see it from top to bottom. I think that was pretty good. Not enough time showing the app. And then the last one, go to your, I think this is it. I think I agree that you want to be clear on the problem up front. Tell us a little story, tell us the problem you run into, tell us the problem up front. I'm not familiar with your competitors either, so I can't really give you any feedback on that. I can say that you, again, addressing Ms. Rodriguez's thing about age, I know when I'm setting up an account for like one of my grandkids or whatever on the PlayStation or Nintendo, I actually have to verify that I am the adult for them by actually putting in a credit card. So they have to actually do a little microtransaction of 50 cents or something like that, something that probably a minor wouldn't do. So you could do email, credit card verification for those who are younger, and then your authors, as they're publishing the piece, they can let you know what age range their works are for, and that'll help you. But then you're going to have a team that has to go through the content too. I mean, they're going to have to go through the content, and you're going to have to identify, is it, booty, and what kind of words might be in a reading that you think are not good for young readers. You guys are going to have to identify what your censorship levels are. And as far as the last little thing, your headings, like where it says landing page, go back and forth through some of your slides. Some of your headings the fonts kind of change a little bit. So just be consistent on the headings. Sometimes they're thin, sometimes they're thicker. Just be consistent on that. I think the right ad is my favorite compared to the one on the left. The left looks, I'm not sure what's happening there. And that's my only feedback overall. As a team, I think this presentation is good. You presented the data and information well, except for that one little glitch. I understand your target audience and what you're going for. That's my feedback.
Go back if you don't mind. So you're right there, like see that, and then go back to your actual landing page that you had.
I'll be there.
That's it. That's the landing page.
Okay, and then there was one that you had talked about. There's one before this that you had
The
showed,
demo of the solution.
The demo of the
itself.
solution.
Yeah. Take us to the solution itself. I meant to say I like how you're gamifying reading too, by the way.
Yeah, the more I look at your guys' design, it's really in a niche in anime. I would really dive into that and be hypersensitive, you guys, because there are unfortunately bad people out there that could use your platform to publish things that you would be disgusted to have on your site, and you don't want to be a platform that you find yourself on the 5 o'clock news. And it would be terrifying to you. So, it's a great idea. I love the idea. Just be very hypersensitive about how you're going to be able to protect your brand. Because the last thing you want is your brand to be attached to something that could cause bodily harm to an individual or somebody unfamiliar with what they're trying to do, right? So, or hopefully that's not what you're trying to do, which I assume would not be the case. But again, logo is fantastic. I would really niche it. I would get it into a niche, and you guys can get this could go somewhere. But definitely the advice of everyone. Definitely. Good job.